Hey everyone, this is a demo for timeseed.io, a straightforward open source encryption tool that's fully client-side with no servers, accounts or key exchanges required. Well, there are key exchanges, but in the background the user doesn't have to do them manually over a centralized server or anything. It's designed for secure private messaging or file sharing or sensitive communications like, for example, whistleblowers or journalists or anyone who prioritizes their privacy and encrypted communication or encrypted file storage. Everything runs directly in your browser, so no data has to leave your device. And today I'll walk you through the challenges it addresses and how it works under the hood and a live demo. So, for example, this is live timeseed 1. It is incompatible with the rest, but I want to show it because the time seeds, the 50 character seeds itself, are compatible, so you can reuse those. Time seed itself, when you open it, you generate a time seed. 50 characters is that. You can also use one that you, for example, share with your friends. You can save it in the tool because it's supposed to run locally on your offline laptop, for example, and there you can use those time seeds you save. You can share them publicly or you can keep them private. If you share them publicly, please use a Pepper password, otherwise it's rather useless. But okay, the Pepper password is actually extra salting that you can decide upon yourself to add. For example, a list of passwords you share with your friends, and then the other thing is the time itself. You use today in this example, but you have a daily and a long-term key. Long-term is 6 months, daily, is every day. And then you click use in Lockit to actually use those decryption keys, which are 64 characters, so you cannot be mistaken which is what, to go to Lockit. That's the second section. You see on the top there are two sections, the time seed section and the Lockit crypto section. Crypto has nothing to do with cryptocurrency, but cryptography. You see me here already decrypting a message that I got with that specific Lockit passkey. And this way you can, well, every time you encrypt something, it gives another cipher, so attackers cannot see patterns or other things. It's different every time because of the salting and because of the IV that's used in the background. And this way it uses Argon 2, which is memory hardened and well, quantum resistant, to derive the keys. And it uses aes-gcm to actually encrypt a file. I selected the Bitcoin white paper here. I click encrypt, and it returns a PDF .locked file, and that .locked file is an armored file, which is with a very strong structure to recognize what it actually is, and that way you can also encrypt and decrypt files. At the bottom you see fund development, very important for having a version 3 one day, where we will even upgrade that scenario even further. On the help page you see the same time seed than the one I used, also with the Pepper, and a test message, and also a test file, a small .locked file of a picture of a tower where you can test with. It's capped at 300 megabytes for memory reasons, especially on Apple. That's a problem, but okay. Then you have Open Lockit or Lockit, which is actually the second part of timeseed, but on a separate page as well, specifically built for Android phones. Other phones can run it as well if they like, but that's not really what it's built for. And it's built to quickly encrypt or decrypt a message when you have the Lockit passphrase. It can be very handy on the fly. You see me here, a bigger message, pasting that bigger message in and then encrypting it with that passkey. Of course, on a phone it's less secure because it's on a phone, but you can still use it that way to quickly encrypt or decrypt, let's say in an emergency situation or when you don't plan to reuse those keys anyway. So this way you can quickly use this system. You only have to push like 2 or 3 buttons and copy paste your message in, and there you have it, a fully offline, independent, decentralized way to have encryption. And please fund development, because it's